Hey everybody, how we doing? It is a Christmas edition of the Gorilla's Kitchen. And what we're gonna be doing is a wonderful potluck recipe for you. There's a lot of holiday parties going on, work parties, whatever it is. You guys always wonder, what am I gonna bring? I gotta do something big. You're having family over. I'm gonna show you a delicious option for you. It's gonna be something a little bit different, and it's gonna be beautiful. I would explain it now, but I'm gonna wait, and I got a special drink for you guys as well. So hang with us, and we'll be right back. Right on. Hey, welcome to the Gorilla's Kitchen. We got another exciting episode here going for you. And during the Christmas season, we're going to do something that's fantastic. I love that you guys are all ready to go in your Christmas attire. Got their jingle bells and everything. This is fantastic. I feel a little bit underdressed. Something's missing. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's fix that. Ready, Dave?
Go.
There we go. Now we're ready.
Ready we are.
Ready we are. Delicious food we have for you. Yeah. Perfect. So, it's a great time. Guys, always the big question in the Gorilla's Kitchen is... What's the gorilla cooking? Well, today I have crab and cream cheese enchiladas. It's going to be beautiful for you. We're going to kick up the flavors a notch with a couple of products from our friends and our sponsor, the Queen Creek Olive Mill, and explain how that is done. We've got a beautiful sauce for you. It's actually customized a little bit, not your standard out-of-the-can enchilada sauce. We're not going to fly that way. As you know, the Gorilla doesn't do anything standard. So we've got that for you. We've got some nice green onions going in here for you. We've got our crab meat. We've got our tortillas that are kind of simmering here a little bit so they get soft enough so we can roll them up instead of breaking them to pieces. And we're going to get all these flavors together for you. But not only what is the Gorilla cooking, but what are we drinking? That's the big question. It is the holidays. What I call that is my family coping mechanism. It's a nice beverage every now and then. I have a special drink for you guys today. I call it Santa's Little Helper. Here we go. So it's a little bit like a mimosa, but it's an apple cider mimosa with a shot of Fireball.
Whoa.
How does that sound?
It's good.
Sounds family to me. It's going to be great. We'll garnish it here with a little fresh mint and, of course, a cinnamon stick. It'll be fantastic, fragrant, and delicious for you. So I'm going to get into doing our prep here for you. And in the prep zone, hey, there we go. So I'm going to start working on your dish. But first of all, let's get you beveraged. And we'll have those out for you right now. All right. All right, guys. And as we get these ready for everybody, we're going to garnish them here for you with a cinnamon stick. We have, for you, apple cider, champagne. Actually a little Prosecco, to be honest. So very close, still very bubbly. And then a shot of our friend, Fireball. Everybody, well, I can't say everybody, but many of us are familiar with that particular flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass these out to the ladies first, of course.
Thank you.
Here we go. Your stir stick, absolutely. To the gentleman here.
Can't you use it as a straw?
You could. And of course, you know, for myself
Yes.
and for my lovely assistant here,
Yay.
for the wife. Hi, baby.
That's nice.
I call this Santa's Little Helper.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the Gorilla's Kitchen. It is now official that you are here when you finally have a drink in your hand.
That's good. That's really good.
Tasty.
Very nice.
Tastes a little too good. Now, normally, instead of Fireball, one of my other favorites is from our sponsor here at OHSO Brewery and Distillery. And they have their Jane apple cinnamon whiskey, which I have actually used in a apple cinnamon reduction we did on top of a pork tenderloin. It was really, really very nice. The reason I'm not using Jane here today is because, well, I'm out. We kind of ran out at a very untimely moment, and without the time to go and replenish our stock, we're going to have to go with a, you know, what I believe to be a little bit lower of a product, to be honest. I'm pretty spoiled with the Jane whiskey, but this is my first introduction into cinnamon whiskey, which, for better or worse, we've had that relationship. So.
So theirs is a cinnamon?
They have an apple cinnamon whiskey. Now, here's the other one that I really like, and just happen to have a fresh bottle because I killed the other one. This is, it's Dick and Jane. It is, they have the peach whiskey, which this goes down very smooth. It's unfortunate how smooth this one really is. If it just was a little more of a bite, I probably wouldn't like it as much. But no, it's very smooth, very good. We recently had the opportunity to go and do a behind-the-scenes tour with the staff of OHSO at the distillery in North Scottsdale. So if you watch one of our most recent episodes, you'll see us hanging out with them, and you actually get to learn how the distilling process works and how they do it all. Yeah, great information. So everybody's got our drinks, pretty tasty?
Yes.
Very good. So we're gonna be getting into our meal here. Now, what I gotta do with all great meals, we gotta start with our base. And this here is one of my favorite products in the world. And this is the roasted garlic olive oil from the Queen Creek Olive Mill. Now, you could, this is what even Perry calls a cheater oil. By adding flavor to it, you could just mince up your own garlic and everything and throw it in there. But this tastes so good, and I don't feel like mincing garlic right now. But this is a great way to go. You can actually drink this if you wanted to. You'd be a real regular fella at that point. So now, one of the other things I'm going to do in a minute, you'll see that there's another bottle of olive oil here that we're going to get into, but not yet. We're not adding that yet. What I got to start with, of course, we're going to go in and we're going to get our green onions going first.
Yeah. Yeah, it smells really good. It does. It's the best.
Always got to start with the aromatics. Now, I could just add it in later right on top of this crab, but it's not going to have the same effect, honestly. I want to get these flavors going. I want to get the olive oil, onion together. That's my pan talking to me.
I always wondered how long you, like for garlic or onions, how long do you let them go before you start adding them?
Well, really till they just kind of soften up. But what I want to do is I want to work the flavors in, and I want to have a chance for the juices and sometimes the oils to come out. With any sort of an onion or with garlic, you want those oils to come out and to be more present in the flavor. And if you add other stuff in and then you just throw it on top, it's not going to reach the pinnacle of flavor at that point. You want those flavors to be very present and very forward, because that's where all your good smells come from.
It does smell good.
Yes.
It's a great start. Good news, I've already softened our cream cheese back here. So what we're going to do is, of course, our crab's already cooked, but it's got to go in and it's got to get the flavor treatment, right? So.
And being a nice dish for Christmas, you've got the colors.
There we go.
There you go. That's what I keep thinking of.
I need a bigger cutting board. Don't you dare think you're going to escape. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Hope you're hungry.
Yes.
Now these are going to take a little bit to actually make for it to all come together. As you know, preparing any sort of big casserole dish or any dish like that, when you get it all combined, we got to bake it, right? And we're going to add one of my favorite food groups, cheese. Can't go wrong with that. So in the meantime, we've got our crab going. Shush. I could do this on the skillet back there, but I want to do this in front of you guys where you could actually get all the good smells coming here from the venting and whatnot. Now, as this starts to warm up, I'm going to add a couple of things here for us. We're probably going to kick up our temperature a little bit. We'll get on up to 220. Yeah, check this out.
I just want to smell it. I just want to
I like the way they sell rollers too.
Yeah, that's when you just can't get enough.
Yeah.
Go with the growler size. Now, one of the things I like that really heightens the flavor, really brings it up, is citrus for me. And this Meyer lemon olive oil is really fantastic. You guys have tried this stuff. I think you guys may have had this in some of our other stuff. But the Meyer lemon olive oil, you just can't get,
Great on fish.
yeah, great with any sort of fish at all.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to brighten the flavor. You can sort of smell that starting to come out now. Now, we've got our oil. We've got our citrus. What we need now is a little bit of salt.
Oh, really?
We used to use like basic olive oil, but now because we tried the olive now, like I can't use anything else.
You can't go back.
I can't go back.
Yep. You can't go back to using regular basic olive oil anymore.
No way. It's just delicious.
Yes.
We bought some garlic olive oil and balsamic. Tried it. tasted
Yeah,
it.
oh, an off-brand.
Yeah, it was
It's
totally.
not blindfolded.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, and it was a
blindfolded
good
and
brand.
pick the olive oil
but,
every time.
Yeah,
Not the same kind of product, is it?
No.
The crab really soaks up the moisture.
When you can't add enough garlic.
Right.
See, you can't add enough. Just keep it going.
Got to keep that moisture in there. So what we've done for our enchilada sauce is I have used a base enchilada sauce, but we've added jalapenos to that. We've added a little bit of roasted garlic olive oil to that as well. And some salt. And what else? Maybe, and black pepper. What we're going to do is we're going to get this nice and hot. We're going to be combining this into the bowl with our softened cream cheese. Going to get a nice little bundle of love going on. I'm going to stuff those into these tortillas. We're going to bake it. And then we got a little bit of time to kill. We can talk about all kinds of fun stuff while it's baking. And we can also get some refills in. I think that probably perfect timing. You never want to fall short on your beverage. You never want to go.
It's important to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Especially during the holidays.
Yeah. Hydration during the holidays. Yep. We're going to spoon these into the tortillas. We're going to roll them up, throw them into the casserole dish, cover them with a small, gigantic pile of cheese. You know.
Like an enchilada?
Yeah.
Small, gigantic.
A small, gigantic pile of cheese.
Nice.
The smells are just amazing.
It's working so far. What do you think?
Oh, wonderful.
I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
What do you think there?
This way.
Nice.
Looking all right.
Smells so good.
Smelling good. Right.
Could be done now.
Yeah.
Everybody ready to grab a fork? I wouldn't do that to you, though. You know why? You deserve better. Friends, don't let other friends eat crappy food. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Freaking crabby food.
There we go. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to drop our power off of that. Anybody like cream cheese?
Yeah. Yeah. Cream cheese, garlic, crab.
Yeah.
So the lemon is going
So
in
far,
cream cheese. Wow.
A little lemon.
Jeremy, since you like Star Wars, do you have a favorite episode of Star Wars?
Oh man, it's hard to say. So here's the deal. I'm going to share something with you real quick as the looming release of the last film. I was 6 years old standing in line at the Cine Capri here in Phoenix during the summer with my dad, a line that stretched around the building. Cine Capri was an old original theater on Camelback that was owned by the Harkins family, actually. But yeah, it used to be the very regal place where big Hollywood stars would come, and it was an amazing. It's got a great story. You should look it up. But I was there with my dad, and I still kind of remember standing outside the building and the sweltering heat, and my dad trying to give me as much shade as we could, with no idea that what it would become, this massive franchise. But later on, at the end of the month, thankfully my dad's health survived a recent scare. I'm going to take my dad to the showing of the last film at the Cine Capri that is moved to North Scottsdale, and I'm going to bring my son. So it will be, from And I was 6, now my son is 10, but to have that sort of coming together thing, and it's very special. The Harkins family's done a great job of maintaining the look of the original theater, and their big, like 30-foot high velvet curtains that originally hung in the theater. And so it's going to be a really special, very emotional day for all of us. But I am very happy that my son will have that memory to carry with him. And that he's at an age where he can actually remember these things.
Yeah.
It'll be a big deal.
Yeah.
I think we all had that huge aha moment when they first came on the very first show.
Mhm.
Spaceship going by.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing I saw the Millennium Falcon for the first time in my life. I went. I got to have one of those. I got to drive one of those. Like if I need to become an interstellar outlaw to have one of those, I'm down. Let's do it. I just got to find a Wookiee and make it happen. And still looking for that Wookiee and the spaceship, but you never know. That doesn't smell good at all, does it?
God.
It is. It's amazing. The combination of all the flavors is really
Yeah.
amazing.
It was like, I feel like doing a seafood enchilada. How can we make this better? Cream cheese.
Yes.
Cowbell.
Brings it all together.
Yeah. It's the little bit of family that binds us. You see it's all softening together. It's going to spread into the tortillas really nicely.
Wow.
I get this mad scientist idea as I wake up in the middle of the night and go, I should do that.
I was just gonna ask how you get your recipes.
Yeah, a lot of it just comes to me. I just kind of think of different. I do find inspiration in different things. I, of course, as a tribute to the Olive Mill, took one of their recipes, their gemelli creamy pasta, and we did that. And actually, Jason and Trina were there for that one. And I did a gluten-free version of it for Trina, and some gluten-free garlic bread to go with it.
Oh my God.
I think it turned out really good. We used a red lentil pasta for that, and the colors were really good. And when the cheese, the way that the Fontina cheese melted in, you gotta have the right moisture in a cheese to make an ice cream sauce, and Fontina is perfect for that. And it came together very, very nicely, and we were able to get some pretty intense flavors out of it.
Yeah.
And even gluten-free, it still worked really, really well. Weren't missing a thing.
Oh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
I was gonna say, you make that look really
He
easy.
does. I'm watching how much you put in and how you're gonna roll this, because when I make them, it goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere, right? I'm
Except
sorry, you
inside
threw
the
that
shell.
down and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, you make
well,
it-
we'll see if this one cracks apart. So I just don't fill it too much, and I hope that they've been soaking long enough. Really soaking them is the key. And then we're just gonna turn them. They are gonna break a little bit.
And they're in an enchilada sauce?
Yeah, It's a green enchilada sauce. There's kind of a tomatillo sauce. Yeah, it's gonna break on me. Even though these have been soaking for probably
We'll still eat it.
an hour,
Yeah.
you know.
We don't care.
It's still gonna taste, fantastic.
Yeah.
You can reassemble it any way you want to once it's in your stomach.
That's right.
But for now, we're gonna go this way.
Fantastic.
These should be a little tasty. Get out of there. So that's another pan. Maybe I can squeeze one more in here. What do we think?
Oh, yes.
We got room. And we got more stuff. We'll fill this up. I'm going to pop these into the oven for you. And we'll be off to the races. It'll be perfect. So you asked a question about where the Gorilla's Kitchen came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been a nickname of mine. A long time ago, somebody nicknamed me the Gorilla. So I don't really know where that came from or why someone might come up with that idea. But, But yeah, so I sort of have embodied that name, and I decided that what better name, it would be unique. It's my own thing, and so we'll have the Gorilla's Kitchen. We're better to cook.
That's great.
And it's been our brand, and so far it's been catching on. And I think it's got great visuals and nice little funny character that a really good local artist named Andre Bland, he's a caricature artist, did a really fantastic job. And so that's available. You can see that on the site, and it's sort of become our icon now. and our little avatar. And Dave and Sally and our production have done some really great things with the logo. And so little bits at a time, we've been adding things to the branding. But the Gorilla's Kitchen is it's just me, baby. It's just me in the kitchen, and with a whole lot of really talented people behind me. And that's really how it all works. So here we are, guys, and we've got our dish now is baking, and we've got time. Everybody is thoroughly beveraged for the moment. How are we doing so far? How do we like our little sample of the extras?
Oh, that was awesome.
delicious.
And the
Delicious.
sauce is amazing.
Not too spicy.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Now, the sauce, I'll tell you a little bit about that. So what I did is I used a basic green enchilada sauce, but I don't ever leave anything alone. I can't. It's in my nature. So what I did is I added more jalapenos to it. I actually diced up you said it's not that hot. There's 3 jalapenos in that. So, and I left with the seeds in. So if I wanted to make it really hot, I would have roasted them for a little while and then popped them in there for you. But I thought I wanted to get a nice medium heat out of it and balance it. So we added that and salt and black pepper. I was thinking about a little white pepper, but it gets a little bit up in the nose a little bit if you're familiar with white pepper. It's a lot finer, but it has the more upfront flavor in the nose. So I decided to actually leave that one out. And then we used some of the roasted garlic olive oil in there with it too. My memory doesn't serve me well for a particular reason at the moment, but I may have put a little bit of the lemon olive oil in there as well. So, but I think it's all coming together pretty well. Santa's little helper is doing its job, making things good.
And how long do you bake the enchiladas for? And what temperature?
350 degrees. And since the crab is already really cooked, what we're trying to do is just melt everything down together and let the flavors gel. So we're looking about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
So just at 350, we're not trying to overcook it again. But with the cream cheese mixed in together, everything should stay nice and moist.
Do you like a crust on top, or?
Not necessarily. I like cheese on top. Cheese on top. Cheese with a side of cheese is always nice. It's fine. Cheese, wine, and some more cheese, and then some more wine. So yeah, there's no reason we like Italian cuisine. You know, that's how things shake out with us. So, what do you hope Santa brings you for Christmas? Talk to me, Tim. What's going on, man?
Well, I think you already brought it. It was 4 new tires that we weren't planning on.
Right? Yeah. Sounds like one of the mischievous elves got to you first before Santa did.
Yep.
What else would you really like?
You know, I have too many guitars. She won't.
I don't know what that quantity means. Too many?
Yeah.
I have a hard time with that.
You
Yeah.
know, I could always use one
It's like
more.
cheese. You can never have enough.
Right. And guitars don't expire, so you
That's
know
right.
it's one of those
And
things.
they're useful, you know.
They're very
You
useful.
know,
Yeah.
Pound a nail with them.
Yeah, you can do. Hit people in the front row that are getting out of control. You can do all those fun things. What about you, John? What's Santa bringing you this year?
Gosh, I just think it's nice just to be with family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means everything to me. And cooking, I love to cook.
Yeah. Chance to entertain and be with family, everyone to be together.
Yeah, it's
So,
everything.
very, very cool. Trina, how about you?
I love family, and I love to give. That's the best. Giving Christmas is family time and giving.
Yeah.
But I want.
Since she's in the mood to give,
He's got a list.
He does. He has a list. He's got
on your
list.
list.
I'm like, okay, that's cool. We can have it.
if you're willing to go and sit on Santa's lap, I never know what you might get these days.
Yeah.
You know.
What's on your list?
Well, how much time we got? Could always use a new guitar.
Yeah.
Always room for that.
Yeah.
Need a new big screen.
More another big TV.
Just
The
getting
necessities.
socks.
Yeah, just
I'm a simple person.
you know, first world problems require first world solutions. You know,
Nothing crazy.
giant TVs, more guitars,
A Can-Am.
Oh,
A
yes.
Can-Am.
canned ham. That's always
A
good.
Can-Am.
Canned ham, yes. Yeah, I mean, you know.
I mean,
I heard
If we're
canned
being
ham.
open
Is
I
that what you
heard
said?
canned ham.
Can-Am.
Canned ham. It's an off-road vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lydia's more likely to get canned ham.
Yeah.
So just, that way she can say I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's apparently,
Oh,
you know,
makes more sense.
I heard there's great trails around here.
that's
Oh
all
my
kinds of great
gosh.
stuff.
I would love to find out. Yeah.
Much. There's
Yeah.
so much to do out here in Arizona.
Oh,
Like
right.
off-roading, camping, hiking, and
Yeah.
all of that.
How about the gorilla? What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want
Yeah.
for Christmas?
World peas.
Peas?
World peas. It's a,
He said peas.
the bumper sticker. I saw. It was what was it? Imagine world peas. And I'm like, I can imagine that. That sounds creamy. You know? Kind of gross, but
Be spicy.
no, I just to be together with the family is really really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's you know that is really good.
Excuse me.
You know what I would really like? I would like a day to do nothing but stare at the wall. Would be like super good. You know, to just like literally have nothing on the calendar for a whole day. Where yeah,
I literally see the paint peel.
right. Yeah. Watch dust collect. It would be really good. You know, it's just to be able to spend time together. Like I said, my dad had a bit of a health scare, so it's really good that he's still around and we get to see them and spend a little time. And the kids, you know, are at a great age where they get to remember them. You know, they're getting quite up there. My dad's in his late 80s, and so you know, we all have an expiration date somewhere. But it's good that the kids have a chance to spend time with them, and you know that we get a lot of time to spend together and. You know, and to have fun times with our elf that causes a lot of shenanigans and all kinds of great things. He's hiding around. Yeah, he's up in the front room. Surprises us every morning with fun things. But no, it's been really good. This next year, the Santa Gorilla will hopefully get us a nice remodel here for the kitchen and expand things. And that's we're trying to create, you know, and create more projects. And eventually the camera will see that things will be positioned a little bit differently, and we'll get us a prep kitchen for Christmas. So that will be really cool. We'll have a whole behind the scenes area where we can take all of the dishes and all of the things, and things can be a little more, you know, smooth operation. And we could keep all of the fun appliances out on the counters. And I don't know, home improvements. It just seems like I love doing those things.
Well, you've made this very personal, having your guests sitting here
Yeah,
and cooking in front of us. It's very personal and
always.
very special.
Yeah, very.
Wow.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it would be great if all of our guests actually got to try a sample of something. It's got a little, you know, sorry, Jason, you really, you guys are for someone who said they really like to give, you certainly felt a little left out on that, on that crab sample there.
Trying to get a nut.
That's how it works. So we're looking forward to filming a lot more episodes coming up. We've got a great schedule coming up for January. We're trying to build our viewership base. Obviously, every chance that we get, we need folks to go down and click subscribe down below the video, guys. Come on, and grow us. And then we're looking forward to expanding out and doing more stuff. Now, yeah, we're about to go ahead and pull these out here, and we're going to get them all served up for everybody. As we pull them out, I'm going to be asking for plates. Don't everybody throw them at once. But we'll get them out, we'll serve them up for everybody. Are we ready?
Yes. Yes.
We're ready. Oh, choose my utensil of doom here. What do we have? We'll go with this one.
Only perfect enchiladas.
Only perfect ones. I won't eat them if they're not perfect. Forget it. Oh yeah. You guys aren't going to want these. Yeah, these are terrible. I'm sorry. You guys should have a better product. I know. There we go. Oh,
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, that looks gorgeous.
how are we looking in the prep zone there?
That's good.
Looking good, Dave.
Looking good.
All right. So, give me a moment. We'll start serving these puppies up. Ladies, can I have your plates, please? He's like, me first this time.
I tried.
How dare you? Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Guys,
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever made a dish that you didn't care for?
oh, plenty of times.
Oh my gosh,
Plenty of
the smell.
times.
You can just, yeah.
It smells so
What's
good.
the weirdest thing
Oh
you've
my
ever
gosh.
put together?
Oh gosh. I don't know. The other night I made something I could have done better, for sure. I love Brussels sprouts and bacon together.
Yes.
But I got prepped and got my sprouts all cut and ready to go, and had them marinating, of course, and ready to rock and roll, and realized I didn't have any bacon.
Oh, no.
Well, this is some bullshit. Let me tell you.
That's
Make it all of it.
Plain Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we ended up saucing them up really good, but it just wasn't the same.
No.
I mean, who the hell wants healthy Brussels sprouts? Gentlemen, all right. Trina Cribs, one more. I'll take that, please.
That's great.
You better wait.
So sound.
You better wait.
Because I'll have this and that.
Rough night, one bite.
Can't wait for him to be ready. Right?
It smells fantastic.
And of course, as always, we have to feed our family here in the Gorilla's Kitchen, but we also have to take every opportunity to feed our internet family. And I'm going to pass this along over to my assistant. We'll get these off for still photographs, and I'm going to try and clean up my mess a little bit here, make this a little more presentable. But how are we looking, Dave? Looking pretty good?
Yeah, right on.
Right on, perfect. All right, Sally, here we go.
Don't move
A
me.
little bit of mint,
She's
good stuff.
been here for 10 minutes waiting. I'm ready to go. Now? Not yet.
I'm getting a suggestion. What were you saying?
Do you want to use your sour cream or avocado?
Oh, yes.
Ah,
Can I take a bite?
I've got something for you.
I want you to use your blade. That's
Well, you know, you can't expect that out of me. Let's be honest.
Do you want a little sour cream before you
Yes, I do actually.
There we go.
go.
Look at that.
Ready? I'm gonna.
Oh my gosh, the presentation is everything.
I cheated.
What's
Did
that?
you
What's
take
that
a
one you
bite?
did?
Hold on.
I cheated. It's so good. I can't wait.
You're in trouble.
I know.
Alrighty then.
That looks good,
Look
right?
at that. Wow. I had
Are you
to.
ready?
Wait, we
Well, I
gotta
had
give her a
to.
plate back?
So, what I have for you guys, actually, let's talk about this real quick. I'm going to give this to you guys. This, of course, is it's sour cream with a little bit of the roasted garlic olive oil in here. So we've just got that mixed up for you. This pre-mix, throw it in a squeeze bottle, makes life pretty easy. And then I have my avocado jalapeno cream sauce. So it is
That's
avocados.
really good.
You guys tried this one, you know, before. We do the avocado, we do jalapenos, we do a little bit of sour cream, we do olive oil and salt and garlic, of course. And I don't do cilantro because it would jam up the bottle, but otherwise that flavor would be fantastic with this. But that's about it. So I'm going to actually give this to you guys, and you can distribute this as you would like. So, well, you see a lot of.
Joni loves
And those
sour cream.
Oh, you see a lot of food trucks, a lot of places that you've got to operate quickly. They all do everything in squeeze bottle.
That's a great idea.
It's got to go fast.
Okay, now?
Go for it.
All right.
She snorted. I love it. You know it's good when you get a snort out of somebody. That's the best ever.
That's so good. Wow.
Did you leave him any?
Barely. She jammed it for me. Wow.
That tastes delicious.
This is a jalapeno probably jamming that
Wow.
as it hits the ceiling.
You can taste
You're in a kitchen remodel, right?
You do, right?
You taste the lemon?
Yeah.
Nice.
Delicious.
Didn't seem like you put a lot in.
Nope.
But
You don't need a lot. The flavor goes really, really far. You guys having fun over here? Oh yeah, look at that. What do you know?
Delicious.
Well, guys, thank you for being here at another wonderful, now the holiday edition of the Gorilla's Kitchen. We've got our cream cheese enchiladas. We're rocking and rolling. We've got Santa's little helper. Let's not forget about this. I just want to welcome everybody, and of course, thank you for coming to the Gorilla's Kitchen. As always, please click subscribe down below, and we'll be with you every Thursday with a new episode. Check us out on Instagram for daily input, daily content, videos, food, recipes, great photos, great stuff, interviews, tours, all types of great things that we like to do here locally. So Thank you for being here in the Gorillas Kitchen, and we appreciate everybody. Cheers.